Hey guys, it's time for Daily Dabble, week 3, day 5. So happy Friday if you're following along by day. Okay, so it's our last day for week 3, so we should be dwindling with what's in your art kit for the week. So what we're going to need is that piece of black paper in your kit, black construction paper. We need your crayons again, and of course if you had crayons at home, you're more than welcome to use your colors from home too. Some Q-tips, one piece of tin foil that you should have left over from our printmaking day, and then you're going to need these 3 colored pieces of construction paper, your paint for the last time, grab a plastic fork or just a regular fork from the kitchen, a glue stick, a pair of scissors, and any white paper that you might have, whether it's left over from your kit or stuff, extra white paper you find around the house. Go ahead and gather those things and we're going to get started. So today we are going to be making some really cool galaxy outer space paintings on this black paper. So we've been practicing with mixing colors a little bit this week, and we're going to mix some colors again today. So the first thing we want to do is make a really cool galaxy swirl with this fork. I am going to use some white, not all of our white, so I'm just going to push a little white to the middle of the plate here. And then I'm going to grab, I think, some yellow and maybe a little bit of red in there. You can use whatever colors you want for this, and I'm going to swirl it together just a little, okay? I'm going to let it, you don't have to mix it all the way together. Okay, so I've got some good swirly paint in there. I can still see my red and my yellow. Okay, cool. So go ahead and get that on your fork, and then somewhere on your paper, anywhere you choose, you can start taking your paint, or taking your fork, and doing some little curved lines. Grab more paint. So we're just doing a really cool swirly galaxy paint. Scoop up plenty of paint on that fork and then drag it across your paper. Just like that. Okay, I'm going to get just a little bit of white, just plain old white. Maybe I'll grab a little blue. Whatever colors you want to use in there. And then just take that fork and swirl it around. Now you've got like a cool looking galaxy swirl on your paper. So whatever colors you wanted to use for that will work. Just keep dragging your fork around until you like the way it looks. Okay, cool. Next thing we want to do is we're going to put some stars here in our outer space scene. So we'll want to use some white. Mine has a little bit of my orange color mixed into it, but that's okay. And then for the stars, it's really simple. You're just going to take that Q-tip and just boop, pop some stars around in the sky. Anywhere you want to put them. When it comes to stars, I don't think you can have too many. I'm even going to put some on my galaxy. Looks like the stars are in front and the galaxy is kind of the background. And on my other side of my Q-tip, I think I'll go ahead and get some yellow. Do some yellow stars too. Now, if you get a lot of paint on it and push down really hard, kind of wiggle it around, that makes a big star. And then if you want little stars, just barely touch it to your paper. And that way you have some big stars and some little stars going on. And what if we wanted to do like a shooting star? If you want to do that, I would say make sure your Q-tip is kind of dry so you could wipe it off a little bit. And then just put it on a star. And pull it a little bit. Just pull that paint And now you've got some shooting stars on your paper. I'm going to do that with some of my white stars too. Looks cool, flying around. Awesome. So now we are done painting. Got a pretty cool looking galaxy scene here. So what we want to do next is we are going to add 1 or 2 planets here on our galaxy outer space scene. So we're just going to set this aside a little bit, let it dry. And now on this white paper, I want you to just color the whole paper. Okay, I'm going to take a little pink and color it. You don't need to think about anything in particular. What we're doing right now is just laying some pretty colors down on our paper. So there's like kind of orange and pink. I'll even do a little green in there. So just back and forth, just color that whole paper. Okay. Once you have that colored, take your scissors and you're just going to cut out a circle for a nice planet shape. We've got all those cool colors in there and those lines. Okay, so we'll set that one aside. Let's do another one. This time, I think I'll do it like mainly green. And I'm gonna push a little bit harder. And you might have lots of colors at home that you could do this with. I'm just using these 3 for now. Okay, so I'm gonna go with 2 planets. You could do more if you wanted to. And let's get our galaxy back over here. And with your glue stick, you're going to go ahead and put some glue on the back of these awesome planets. Think about where you want those on your galaxy. There, and you know what? This one's going to kind of go off the page a little bit. Okay, that's always kind of fun to do. It's a nice little kind of surprise for your eyes when you've got something that's going off the page. It's unexpected. Your artwork doesn't have to be conformed to this size of your paper. You can do whatever you want. If you want it to stick off the side, go for it. Okay, and then, ooh, I'm kind of thinking about, you know what else might be fun? Do you guys know which planet has rings around it? Tully, which planet has rings around it? Saturn. Boom, Saturn. And I cut out, it kind of looks like a smiley face. See that? And then I can glue that right on top of this planet there, so it looks like it has a ring around it. Cool. Awesome. And you could even, if you wanted to, get a little paint, maybe do some dots on your planet for some texture. Cool. I love that. I'm going to do that with red on my smaller planet. And look, I'm going to use my fork for it. That looks pretty cool. All right. So you guys might have ideas of what to do with your art materials also while you're watching these videos, and I would just encourage you to go ahead and try it. When I had the plans for this video, I didn't think I was going to use paint on my planets, and it just kind of came to me, hey, I think I'll try this. So never be afraid to just go for it. What's the worst that can happen? Okay, we've got some planets on here. We've got a really cool swirly galaxy, some shooting stars. It is looking like an awesome outer space scene. We just need one thing. We need a rocket that's exploring this outer space scene. So with your tinfoil, you can either just go ahead and cut out a rocket shape, or if you're nervous about that, you're worried you're gonna maybe not be too sure about how to cut one out, try drawing one on here. I bet your crayon will work. Okay, so I'm going to take the crayon and I'm just going to kind of go up and make sort of a rounded point on the top. And come back down like that. Okay, that's a pretty good rocket shape. And now I'm going to go ahead and cut that out. When you draw something to cut out, it's okay if you don't stay right on the lines. Just think of it as a guide for yourself. Cool. Now, I'm thinking that might be a little big, so I'm going to just trim it down here a little bit. Got that crooked. I'll fix it. There we go. Okay, now we need to put some glue on this. I'm just going to put my glue right around the edges. And you want to be careful not to go back and forth with this, because it'll probably crinkle up your foil. Okay, I'm going to take my sticky rocket ship, and maybe, I think it's going to go this way. It's flying right past the galaxy. Cool. All right, so there's our rocket ship. And we have one last thing we need to do. That rocket is blasting through this galaxy. So we need to show that it's like zooming. And we are going to grab these papers, okay? And you can leave them like that if you want, but I'm actually going to cut mine in half long ways like this to make them a little bit skinnier. I'm going to teach you a little something fun just to give it a little bit of a 3D element. So grab your crayon or anything round, pencil works too, and you're going to stick the paper on the end of this crayon like this and start wrapping it around the crayon. You want to do this, keep it tight around your crayon. Okay, you don't have to go all the way to the end, about like that, and then just slide your crayon out. And now you have this really fun curly cue with your construction paper. And how fun is that? I would not recommend putting glue on your background because you've probably still got wet paint. You don't want to smear that with your glue stick. So go ahead and put a little bit of glue on here, and we're just going to stick that right there. Awesome. And I'm going to go ahead and do that again with my orange. And I can even turn it the other way if I want to. My yellow is sticking up like this. I think I'm going to flip my orange around. I'm just going to continue to do this with my papers. If you left them thick and didn't cut them in half, that's no problem. Just work with those. I just wanted to do some skinny ones because I felt like it'd be fun to have more pieces of paper curled. Okay, how fun is that? It's just flying through outer space. So I think the last thing we could add here is maybe a detail on our rocket ship. Okay, I went ahead and cut out a circle of paper, and we could stick that right on the rocket ship there. That's the window, so whoever is in this rocket could look out. And you could finish this up by maybe drawing a portrait of yourself inside that little circle, or maybe there's a monkey in there, or a dinosaur. Maybe. All right, so we are done, guys. Awesome. Okay, I hope you guys had a great time dabbling with me today. This one was super fun project. I just love it. Hopefully yours turned out looking awesome. Be sure to post your pictures on Facebook so I can see all the awesome stuff you guys have done. So let's talk about your challenge for today. It's Friday. I know you guys have been at home doing all your schoolwork, working hard, helping mom, helping dad, being on your very, very best behavior. And it is a beautiful day today. So your challenge for today, well, tonight really, why don't you go outside, lay a blanket in the grass, and just stare up at the stars. Do a little stargazing tonight. Relax, breathe some fresh air. I'm going to take that challenge tonight. I will be out there. Okay, well, thank you guys so much for dabbling with me this week. It means so much that you are at home, following along, hanging out with me, and just making some art. All right, thanks, guys. Have a great day, and happy stargazing. Bye.